Мною принято решение о проведении специальной военной операции. Ее цель – защита людей, которые на протяжении 8 лет подвергаются издевательствам, геноциду со стороны киевского режима. И для этого мы будем стремиться к демилитаризации и денацификации Украины, а также преданию суду тех, кто совершил многочисленные кровавые преступления против мирных жителей, в том числе и граждан Российской Федерации. Призываю вас немедленно сложить оружие и идти домой. Поясню. Все военнослужащие украинской армии, которые выполнят это требование, смогут беспрепятственно покинуть зону боевых действий и вернуться к своим семьям. Кто бы ни пытался помешать нам, а тем более создать угрозы для нашей страны, для нашего народа, должны знать, что ответ России будет незамедлительным и приведет вас к таким последствиям, с которыми вы в своей истории еще никогда не сталкивались. Мы готовы к любому развитию.
С Днем Великой Победы! Ура!
Hello, hi and greeting. So, what about you will see are the current situation that currently happen in Ukraine due to Russia invasion back in Thursday, 24th of February in 2020. Like, let's go. You might think that the one who started the invasion are the one who are cruel and against the peace side, which is Russia. And also you might think that Ukraine is on the right side, is it? But wait a minute. Let me give you the precise explanation that surely will change your perception on it. Alright. First of all, we need to rewind back in Soviet era. Let's travel to the past. Alright. Following the surrender of Nazi Germany at the end of World War II, the uncomfortable wartime alliance between the Soviet Union and the United States plus Great Britain began to crumble. The Soviet Union by 1948 had installed communist-leaning government in Eastern European countries that the USSR had liberated from Nazi control during the war. The Americans and British feared the spread of communism into Western Europe and worldwide. In the 1949, the US, Canada, and its all European allies formed the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which nowadays we formally know as NATO. The alliance between countries of the Western Bloc was a political show forced against the USSR and its allies. In response to the NATO, the Soviet Union in 1945 consolidated power among Eastern Bloc countries under a rival alliance called the Warsaw Pact, setting off the Cold War. I am very sure all of us already know Russia and Ukraine share many sort of similarity, which is culture, food, or even their language. Right. Before 1998, Ukraine is apart from the Soviet Union, but then everything changed a year after that. After the collapse of the USSR, NATO sees it as their change and opportunity to spread their influence all over Europe. We are adding on numbers of European countries to their alliance to join them. And here all began when it comes to spread their Westminster ideology in Ukraine. There's no chance for them from Russia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. In this video, I will discuss what are the effects of the war between Ukraine and Russia and what are the best steps to overcome this conflict. So, as we all know, if a conflict breaks out, it will have an influence on all aspects, including economic, social, and political. This battle will also have an impact on the global network. However, the most major influence is on the global economy. This war between Russia and Ukraine is having a significant influence on the economy today. Beyond that, if there is a conflict, oil price will rise, since Russia and Ukraine are the primary exporter of oil and gas to Europe, particularly the United Kingdom. Then oil provider will go bankrupt and oil price will increase. Furthermore, material costs are skyrocketing. The societal impact of this conflict was an increase in the refugee population in surrounding nations. According to the UN, which is United Nations, the worldwide refugee population climbed by 3 million% last year compared to 2019. As a result of the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, many people will be forced to flee to neighboring countries such as Slovakia and Poland. We can observe how many Rohingya refugees have arrived in Malaysia as a result of the conflict in Myanmar. Because of that effect, the world must find a way to resolve this conflict between two countries, namely Russia and Ukraine. According to Muhadi Sugiono, who is a European study expert and senior researcher at the Institute of International Study, which is IIS, state that negotiation is the best way out. Russia's military attack on Ukraine on Thursday, 24 February 2022 was a consequence of Russia's concern over NATO expansion into Ukraine. Muhadi assessed the conflict was wrought in Russia's anxiety over Ukraine impending NATO. Russia's aggressive measure not only have the potential to lead a humanitarian crisis, but also to be a gateway to major war, including the potential use of nuclear weapons.